Hey everybody, it's Christine, and today I have a new video for the ScrapRoom, and this is using this month's Doubleshot kit, and specifically using the Pink Fresh Studio page kit. This page kit has kind of an office student kind of feel to it, but not a childish school kind of feel. It's got more of a mature feel to it, so it'll work really well with any age. Now, I chose to use it to tell the story of one of my sons' love of reading, and I am going to go very, very, very simple. In fact, I only use, I think, 6 products on this total, because if you look at that patterned paper that I'm working on, it's already got a great shape, flow to it, and quite frankly, why mess with success? I mean, I have this great patterned paper. I don't have anything jumping out at me that I really want to do with it besides just leave it alone. And so sometimes, you just call it in and do something quick, simple, easy, and it makes the whole layout come together really quickly. And other days I spend 4 or 5 hours. So there's a balance, right? So what you can see I've done so far is I have run with the circle theme. You see all those pie charts and graphs on there and stuff. And so I cut out my son's picture in circles, and then I also matted it with some circles. And then I just traced it with a white outline just to give it an added feel of, make that white come together a little bit more. I am going to pop those up. I'm also going to outline the edges with ink so that it will have a little bit of separation from the background. There wasn't anything that worked perfectly for a title within the kit, and that happens sometimes with her kits. There's definitely plenty to embellish with. There's plenty of patterned paper, but there's not always title work. And so this was one of those cases, so I went ahead to my silhouette and just cut out the words Dogman. Now, what in the world is Dogman? If you have younger boys, you're probably familiar with Dogman. He's a story character in a graphic novel book, and my sons love Dogman books. So I thought it was really important to capture that on a scrapbook layout so I would remember it down the road, because I'm certainly going to forget some of this stuff. So I just cut that out in a font that has an open background. And then I'm securing it on there with my Scrapbook adhesives by 3L. I'm using permanent dots for the refill so that it just attaches to that and I don't have to deal with tape or anything, to just get it on there since it's such a thin, detailed title. Then I'm going to pull in some Florence alphabets from Bella Boulevard, and I'm going to finish it. So I'm going to just put on there Dogman Love, and that will be my simple title. Probably, actually, it's simple, but it's probably the most complicated part of the whole layout. But that, again, I've got this great base with those circles, and I just could not mess with them. So I left it as is, and you can still see the pictures pop out just fine. Makes for a really quick, easy go of it. And that's not always, that's just not always the case. So it's nice when that can happen. With the amount that I've already got going on, I'm going to keep the embellishing to a minimum. So I'm going to just add a few of the thicker stickers from this page kit onto some spots on my picture. I'm also going to cut up some ephemera and add it to the title to extend that just a little bit. Nothing complicated though here, just really if it fit and the colors I thought would work, I added it on there without going over the top. Then I'm going to pull out my Nouveau drops, and this is where I'm going to really add the distinct, unique touch to the whole thing. And I am going to just take Nouveau drops in not exactly the same color, but pretty close in most of the cases. And I am going to add those where you see those dotted circles, as well as where you see those random dots throughout. I'm going to add Nouveau drops to those. What that's going to do is bring in some dimension to the whole thing. Right now I've got some dimension from my picture, but I really could use a little bit more, as well as a little bit more texture. And so I'm going to just use those to highlight throughout. Now, this is not a foolproof process. You're working with a liquid medium here, so you have to be kind of of patient and be prepared to work fast and pull it back up if you need to. But I really like the touch that it added to the whole thing in the end. And there you see, that one did not, it kind of like fell over. So I just quickly used my fingernail and scoop it up. And again, you know, little imperfections on a layout, it's not a big deal. Nobody's looking for everything to be perfectly perfect. It is a handmade item, and those little details where you might have a little slip here and there are just part of being made by mom or grandma or whoever you are making the scrapbook page. It makes it your own. So embrace those, roll with it, and have fun with those Nuvo drops, because goodness, they are a fun product. So there you have it. Quick, very simple layout. Possibly one of the projects with the least amount of product on it that I've ever done in my life. At the same time, it doesn't look like it. So that is winning, and we are done. So we will see you again next time with lots more coming up in the September kits from the Scrap Room, as well as Bella Boulevard and more. We'll see you again next time. Thanks for stopping by.